Welcome back to Money and Credit Simplified, the place where we turn complex financials into effortless strategy. I'm Rohan.
And I'm Priya. Today, Rohan, we're diving into a technique that salaried professionals in India are using to earn rupees 11,500 or more annually. It's called the credit card float strategy, and it's all about optimizing cash flow between your salary date and your credit card billing cycles.
It's a genius concept, making your money work, not by working harder, but purely through timing and discipline. Let's meet the master of this strategy, Neha, our strategic spender.
Neha earns a monthly salary of rupees 1.2 lakh. She manages her expenses using 2 credit cards with staggered cycles.
Her core financial principle is brilliant in its simplicity. Let her money earn interest whilst her bills wait to be paid. Instead of paying the bills the moment her salary arrives, Neha parks the entire rupees 1.2 lakh in a liquid mutual fund or a sweep-in fixed deposit.
She then uses her credit cards for all expenses. Groceries, bills, shopping, everything goes on plastic. This gives her an average of 45 or more days of interest-free grace period. The result, her money compounds and the bills are paid on time automatically. No money sits idle in a savings account.
The 4-step float cycle. Now let's get into the mechanics. Here's how Neha orchestrates her monthly cash flow to maximize those returns.
Step 1. Salary lands. October 1. The 1.2 lakh hits the bank and within hours the entire amount moves straight into the liquid fund.
Step 2. Spending during the cycle. She splits her expenses. Card A runs on a cycle from October 4th to November 3rd, and Card B runs from October 19th to November 18th. Cash remains invested.
Step 3. First redemption, October 21st. Card A's due date is the 23rd of October. 2 days prior, on the 21st, she redeems about 60,000 rupees. Crucially, the T+1 settlement rule for liquid funds means the money lands on the 22nd, ready for the auto-pay to pull it on the 23rd.
Step 4. Staggered second payment. Card B's bill is due on November 8th. That remaining 60,000 rupees stays invested until around November 6th. And look at the timing. Her fresh salary arrives on November 1st and the whole cycle simply resets.
The overlapping advantage. The magic really happens in the gap between payments. Between October 21st and November 1st, even after paying Card A, she still has the second 60,000 rupees invested. This portion continues to earn interest for another 16 days until its redemption on November 6th.
She's never out of money. She's just cycling through strategic redemptions. This overlapping system ensures some portion of her salary is always invested. Sometimes it's the full rupees 1.2 lakh, and sometimes it's the 60,000 rupees balance.
That staggered billing cycle strategy creates an average holding period of around 45 days, not just the 20 to 22-day interest-free period most people get. That is the real power of the float. The weighted average of different amounts invested for different durations works out to about 45 days of full principal investment.
The combined power and the fall. Let's look at the gains. At a 6% annual yield on her liquid fund, Card A contributes rupees 5,730 in annual interest from 557 grace days.
Card B contributes rupees 5,784 from 562 grace days.
Together, her total starting capital of rupees 1,20,000 generates a combined grace period of 1,119 days. This results in a total interest earned of rupees 11,514. Her year-end total grows to rupees 1,31,516, and by letting it compound, she earns an extra rupees 477 compared to withdrawing the interest monthly.
That's a fantastic zero-effort annual bonus. But here's the critical reality, Priya. When the float strategy backfired.
That's right. Neha's success came with a painful lesson. In February, she missed her mutual fund redemption by just 1 day. That single delay caused rupees 3,300 in interest charges on her balance, plus rupees 594 in GST.
A total loss of rupees 3,894. That single mistake wiped out 4 months of float earnings. The float advantage evaporates instantly because one late payment cancels the interest-free grace period on all new purchases until the full balance is cleared.
5 hard-learned lessons. This mistake redefined her strategy. She adopted 5 non-negotiable rules. Never miss full payment. She now uses autopay for the full balance and sets calendar reminders 2 days before every due date.
Keep utilization below 40%. Her score dropped when it hit 90%. She keeps it under 40% per card now.
Don't trigger bank red flags. Banks reward smart use, not system gaming. Avoid excessive daily payments or manufactured spending.
Factor in tax on returns. Her 6% yield became only 4.8% post-tax due to short-term capital gains tax. This is essential for realistic planning.
Key principles for float success. The real float formula is discipline over returns. It's a safe annual bonus if used responsibly. So let's summarize the essentials for success.
Key principles for success. Automate everything. Set up autopay for both cards. Calendar reminders for redemptions 2 days before due dates. Remove human error from the equation.
Mind the T+1 settlement. Liquid funds need 1 business day to settle. Always redeem at least 2 days before your autopay date to account for weekends and holidays.
Choose low exit load funds. Some liquid funds charge exit loads if redeemed within 7 days. Opt for funds with nil or minimal exit loads for maximum flexibility.
Track grace days precisely. Grace periods vary by cycle due to weekends and billing dates. Monitor your statements to maximize days invested each month.
Maintain emergency buffer. Keep 10 to 15,000 rupees in your savings account as backup. Never let optimization compromise liquidity for genuine emergencies.
Now let's look at the risks and pitfalls. We can learn and understand some key risks to avoid by examining Neha's case example.
Missed payments. A single missed or partial payment can incur around 3,894 rupees in interest and GST, erasing 4 to 5 months of float gains. Precision is paramount.
Credit score impact. Consistently high credit utilization, near 100%, can negatively affect your credit score, even if bills are fully paid. Keep utilization below 30 to 40% per card.
Bank red flags. Overuse, manufactured spending, or repetitive daily payments from the same account may trigger bank reviews, leading to account restrictions or credit limit cuts.
Taxation on gains. Gains from liquid funds are subject to short-term capital gains tax at your income slab. This reduces the net yield. A 30% slab can see 6% pre-tax become approximately 4.2% net.
Overspending temptation. The primary behavioral risk is increasing spending simply to maximize the float. If expenses exceed affordability, the strategy becomes counterproductive.
11,514 rupees earned annually. Zero extra work. The credit card float strategy isn't about gaming the system. It's about making your money work smarter whilst you maintain the same spending habits. Neha's 1.2 lakh salary doesn't just sit idle between paychecks. It compounds, cycle after cycle, creating returns that most savings accounts can't match. Staggered billing cycles, disciplined redemptions, and the magic of compounding turn ordinary cash flow into an optimization engine. All it takes is 2 cards, 1 liquid fund, and a calendar.
Remember, this strategy works because you're leveraging financial timing, not taking on debt. Your actual spending doesn't change, you're simply optimizing when money moves between accounts. Start implementing Neha's approach today and watch your savings grow effortlessly. If you found this useful, hit like and share it with your friends. Let's make smart credit habits go viral. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on money and credit. Hit like, share, and subscribe to Money and Credit Simplified. Let's make smart credit habits go viral.